This is what the science actually says about why your cat puts their paw on you, and some of it might surprise you because a lot of what circulates online isn't quite accurate. That soft paw resting on your arm or leg feels meaningful, it looks like affection, and you want to believe your cat is telling you something. Here's the thing though, researchers have spent decades studying dog behavior while cat science lags way behind. Some things we know for certain, but a lot of what gets repeated as fact is really just educated guessing dressed up as truth. What follows breaks down what's verified, what's probably true, and what's just internet folklore that keeps getting recycled. Cats having scent glands in their paws turns out to be completely true. The Merck Veterinary Manual confirms that sebaceous glands exist in large numbers in the interdigital spaces between a cat's toes, and these glands secrete something called sebum-containing pheromones. Dr. Catherine Hoopt, a board-certified veterinary behavior specialist who directs Cornell's Animal Behavior Clinic, backs this up by stating that cats could be marking surfaces with scents from glands in their paw pads. The Cornell Feline Health Center has published the same finding, and that's when it gets more complicated. These scent glands activate primarily during scratching, when claws extend and stretch the paw tissue, which means whether gentle paw contact deposits the same pheromones remains unclear. Dr. Lauren Finca, a cat behavioral expert, put it this way when discussing scent transfer during paw contact. There could be a lot we don't know regarding its function. Your cat marking you as property when they touch you? Possibly. We just can't say for certain based on current research. Actual peer-reviewed research backs kneading more than any other paw behavior. That rhythmic pushing motion some people call making biscuits has a documented origin story. Letitia Fanucchi, an animal behavior scientist at Oklahoma State University, traced exactly where this comes from, explaining that kittens need their mother's mammary glands to stimulate milk flow during nursing. The behavior is instinctual, not learned. Dr. Mikel Delgado, a certified applied animal behaviorist, coined the term the mommy zone to describe what kneading creates, a safe psychological space associated with nursing that kitties enter when they feel relaxed and safe. The neurochemical component adds another layer. Kneading triggers dopamine release in a cat's brain, which explains why they look so blissed out while doing it. International Cat Care summarized the connection simply. When your cat kneads on your lap or chest, they associate your relationship with their mother's care during kittenhood. But here's what most videos leave out. Dr. Delgado also noted that kneading isn't always positive, pointing out that some cats might knead when stressed as a way to comfort themselves. Same behavior, completely different meaning depending on what else is happening. Online content exaggerates this one constantly, with claims that cats put their paw on you to calm you down like some kind of furry therapist. The real science tells a more nuanced story. A 2020 peer-reviewed study published in the journal Animals demonstrated that cats can match human facial expressions with the correct emotional tone of voice. Researchers showed cats images of happy or angry human faces paired with corresponding vocalizations, and the cats correctly associated them while showing less stress when exposed to human happiness signals compared to anger signals. Cats perceiving human emotions counts as verified science. What nobody has verified is whether cats touch you specifically because they sense you're upset, or whether they're attempting to make you feel better. No published research demonstrates cats intentionally using paw contact to soothe stressed humans, and that distinction matters even though the comforting interpretation sounds nice. Dr. Carlos Siracusa, an associate professor at Penn Vet and diplomate of the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists, addressed this exact tendency toward overinterpretation. His words were direct. Research into cat behavior is extremely limited, and both the mainstream media and sometimes scientists themselves have a habit of overinterpreting such studies. The documentation on this one is solid, and it's probably the most useful information in this entire video because it could save you from getting scratched. Sometimes that paw signals a warning rather than affection. The Cornell Feline Health Center identified specific signs cats display before petting-induced aggression: dilated pupils, tail lashing, and ears moved backward on the head. Fear-Free went further and actually listed a raised paw as an overstimulation warning sign rather than a gesture of love. The American Association of Feline Practitioners explained why this happens, noting that even if a cat wants to be petted and enjoys it for a while, being petted too long, too quickly, or too vigorously may cause them to turn and bite with the goal of stopping the overpetting. What the ASPCA added is that cats almost always give clear warning signals before biting or scratching, though they acknowledge that cats can be subtle in their body language. That gentle paw on your hand while you're petting them deserves attention to context. A flicking tail, backward ears, or twitching skin alongside that paw might mean their polite "that's enough" comes before they resort to claws. The claim circulating everywhere is that a cat placing their paw on you signals complete trust and vulnerability. No peer-reviewed study has examined paw-resting behavior directly, which means we can't prove that specific claim. Research on cat attachment does make the interpretation reasonable, though. A 2019 study published in Current Biology revealed that about 64% of cats show secure attachment to their owners, a figure remarkably close to human infant attachment rates sitting around 65%. University of Sussex researchers proved something else in 2020, demonstrating that slow blinking functions as genuine cat-human communication. Cats reciprocate slow blinks and actually prefer approaching people who slow blink at them, making it the first experimental confirmation of a specific communicative behavior between the two species. Dr. John Bradshaw, who founded the Anthrozoology Institute at Bristol University, offered perspective on reading cat affection. Cats are much less demonstrative than dogs in his view, and their faces aren't terribly expressive, which leads some people to read them as cynical and aloof. He doesn't believe that for a moment, though, arguing that cats show by their behavior, even if more subtly than dogs, that they really are fond of their owners. Does a paw on you mean trust? Based on attachment research? Probably yes. A specific study proving it doesn't exist yet. A 2024 study in Applied Animal Behavior Science uncovered something worth sitting with. Cat owners who described their relationship with their cat in more human terms, who anthropomorphized more frequently, performed worse at correctly interpreting what their cat felt when shown photographs. The more we project human emotions onto cats, the less accurately we read them. Dr. Carlos Siracusa identified a common example of this disconnect, pointing out that because cats are fluffy and soft, people like to touch them a lot, but cats don't necessarily like this. Respecting their desire for distance matters. Dr. John Bradshaw tackled another popular misconception about cats bringing gifts. When your cat brings you a dead mouse, he explained, the cat is merely bringing prey back to the place it feels safest before deciding whether to eat it. Not a present, just practical behavior we've misinterpreted. Dr. Sarah Ellis from the University of Lincoln captured the broader problem well. Attributing human-like traits to non-human animals can lead to misunderstandings of animal behavior, which can result in risks to both human and animal well-being. Based on what research tells us about attachment, scent marking, and comfort behaviors, a cat placing its paw on you likely indicates feeling safe and relaxed in your presence. That's the most scientifically defensible answer available. The honest truth is that this specific behavior hasn't been directly studied, and we're making educated guesses based on related research. Your cat might be marking you, showing trust, seeking comfort, or telling you to stop petting them. The difference between a good cat owner and a great one comes down to paying attention to context. Watch the ears, watch the tail, watch the body language surrounding that paw, because the paw itself is just one piece of a much bigger conversation your cat is trying to have with you. If you learned something new today, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that digs into the science instead of repeating what every other video says. Drop a comment and let me know whether your cat puts their paw on you and what you think they're trying to tell you.